Dear students, Professor Vasant here. Now let us discuss about the concept called inheritance. Inheritance is the one of the feature of the object-oriented concepts. Inheritance meaning is that suppose class A, class B are there. Okay, class B is having the all the features of class A and having its own features also. That is called the inheritance. Inheritance is one of the cornerstones of the object-oriented programming. Using inheritance, you can create a general class that defines common set of information. The information in the meaning is that it may have its variables and the methods. This class can be inherited by other more specific classes, each adding those things that are unique to it. In the terminology of Java, a class that is inherited is called the superclass, and the class that does the inheriting is called the subclass. The thing is the superclass and the subclass. Subclass is having the all features of the superclass and having its own features also. You may call them as a parent class and child class. Child is inheriting the features of the parent class and having its own information is also. To inherit a class, you simply use the keyword called extends. In the programming implementation, we have to use the keyword extends to inherit the features of the superclass to the subclass. The following program creates a superclass called A and the subclass called B. Notice how the keyword extends is used to create a subclass of A. This is an example for super and the subclass. Class A and the okay, class A is here. Class A is having the variables int ij and having the method show ij and having the SOP statement ij. It is having the printing the values of ij here. And class B is the subclass. It is extending the features of class A. Here you see class B is the subclass name and extends keyword is used for extending the properties of the superclass to the base class B. Here superclass is class A here. So that class B is having the all the features of the superclass A, and also subclass B is having its own features, that is the variable int k, and having its own method that is the show k, and sub statement is there, that is the k plus k is there, and one more method, that is sum method is there. So that class B is having its own features also, plus in addition to the features of the superclass A here. So that class A and class B extends A. Okay, here is the main method. In order to execute the program, we have to start with the main method. That is the main method is here, that is the public static void main is here. In order to access the features of the class A or class B, we have to create the object of those respective classes. Okay, so here A is there. Okay, A is the name of the class, and super object ob is the that is the reference variable or object of the class A, and new is the keyword for allocating the memory for this object, and A is the default constructor here. Okay, and the constructor concept we will see in the further videos. And here B, that is the name of the subclass, and the sub ob is the name of the object of that subclass, and new is the keyword, the same thing, it is going to allocate the memory for the subclass object. Okay, B is the B, that is the open parenthesis close parenthesis is a constructor. Then here I am going to assign the values for the I and j variables of class A, that is the value 10 and 20 here, and I am going to print the values of I and j, that is contents of super obj. Okay, super ob dot show ij. Show ij is having the SOP statement. Here you see, so ij is a SOP statement. It is going to print the value of I and j plus I plus j. Okay, then also that is with respect to the superclass object. Now again I am going to assign the values of subclass variables. The subclass is also having the superclass members, so that it is also having the I and j. By default it is there. Okay, and int k is having its own member here, so that class b is having the variables I, j, k, and the methods show k and show ij and void sum. Okay, all these features are there in the subclass. So that again I am going to assign the values for I, j, k, 7, 8, 9, and the contents of the object. Okay, and subclass object dot show ij and subclass object dot show k. Okay, all these are going to print the content which is inside the show ij method and show k method. Here you see show k and show ij method. Okay, this is an basic example of the inheritance. You see that is explanation over here. As you can see, the subclass b includes all the members of the superclass. Okay, what I have explained in this example, no, he is going to explain in this slide. Okay, now let us see the member access and the inheritance. Although a subclass includes all the members of its superclass, it cannot access those members of the superclass that have been declared as a private. Okay, we have in the further videos I am going to discuss about access modifiers. Okay, are for default, private, public, and the protected. Here you see class a is having the variables int I and int j. Int I is a normal variable. By default it is a public. Okay, and int j is a private. The access modifier, access specifier is a private. Okay, that is private to a. Okay, and class a is having one method int x and int y. Some one method is there. After that, class b, it is a subclass that extends the superclass, that is a here, and it is also having its own methods and the variable. But when you want to print the sum, when you want to access the method sum, it is having the statement total is equal to I plus j. But I is by default it is accessible anywhere in the program. It is public by default, but j is the variable which is declared as a private variable, that is inside the class a, so that the private members are accessible within the class which is declared, which is defined in that class, but those members are not accessible outside of that class. So that we are going to have the error statement here. Okay, this is a what I have explained, that is a public static void main. This is a main method is there. This is what member access and inheritance. Okay, what I have explained, he has explained with one more example here. Okay, now let us continue with the further concept in the next video. Thank you.